I'm making a cranberry custard pie, and it has this really, really flaky, buttery crust. So I'm gonna start on the crust first, okay? I'm using 1.5 cups of self-rising flour. In the South, we use a lot of self-rising flour, mainly for biscuits, so it's actually gonna taste like a buttery biscuit. I'm adding in a stick of cold, unsalted butter. I've cut them into cubes so they can break up really easily inside the dough. Add a little pinch of salt in there, 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar. Give it a pulse. So I'm gonna pulse this together, and that looks like that is broken up. Gonna open up my top here and add in a tablespoon of cold water, and I'm gonna slowly pour this in until my dough forms a ball. Now the water amount will change, it just depends on how damp your kitchen is. It's getting there. Yep, there's the ball. Add a little bench flour to my cutting board. I'm pressing down to make a nice little disc because later I'm gonna roll this out and form that pie crust. So I have some plastic wrap here. I'm gonna set this in my fridge and it's gonna chill for about 30 minutes. So my dough has been chilling for 30 minutes. I'm gonna roll it out now. Put a little bit more bench flour on my surface here. Put some more flour on top. And it's important to put flour on both sides. It'll stick if you don't, okay? I have a 9-inch pie dish. What I wanna do is roll it until it's about 12 inches or a little larger than my pie dish. All right, this looks great to me. Put it inside my pie dish. Taking this little excess dough here and just folding it under. The thing about crimping, you can do whatever you feel comfortable with doing. You can make these nice little indents with your finger, like you'll put your finger in here and then you'll crimp it with your thumb, like that. Or if you're more comfortable, like I like to do sometimes, is just use a fork. Put little indents in it just like that. So I'm gonna pop this back in the fridge while I make my filling. Now this custard, all right, simple custard. 2 cups of granulated sugar, 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. That's gonna help that custard stay nice and together. And 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Now for my wet ingredients. 4 eggs. That's what the base of a custard is. Eggs and sugar. 1/2 cup of heavy cream. The zest of 1 orange. Citrus and cranberry complement each other really, really well. I'm gonna add in 1 teaspoon of vanilla. So that's combined. Now I'm gonna add my dry to my wet. All right, that is done. Let me grab my pie crust. So I have 4 cups of thawed frozen cranberries. I'm pouring this at the bottom because once I pour the custard on top, it's just gonna rise to the top. You see how they're starting to float to the top? Yes. So by the time it bakes, I'm just gonna have this really pretty layer of cranberries on top. So I got my oven preheated to 350. I'm gonna bake this for about 50 minutes.